Months after suspending the entry of Filipino migrant workers as part of its COVID-19 restrictions, Taiwan announced it will reopen its doors and allow the redeployment of OFWs beginning next month. However, certain conditions or requirements should be met by the Philippine Labor Sending Agency before Taiwan accepts Filipino workers again. Naomi Tiburcio filed this report.
Bernard was supposed to fly to Taiwan in May to begin his long-awaited overseas job as a factory worker. However, the migrant worker suspension in Taiwan took place and he continues to wait while trying to make ends meet.
Sa amin, ma'am, is hinihintay po kami ng employer. Bali, naghihintay lang po na kung mag-open na po yung Taiwan, makakalis na rin daw po, sabi. Ang hinihiling lang namin sana sa government na matulungan kami kung ano po ang pwede namin. Gaya po namin mga stranded, halos nabaon sa utang, sa lending, sa pambayad ng placement.
The Manila Economic and Cultural Office in Taiwan says around 4,000 Filipinos expected for work in Taiwan are stranded in the Philippines as Taiwan imposes strict mobility measures. The good news? Taiwan will allocate a window from December 1 to 14 for qualified Philippine migrant workers, but only under the condition that the Philippines comply with their epidemic prevention measures, which now includes a mandatory RT-PCR test and 3 days quarantine in the Philippines before going to Taiwan. The Philippines also needs to accredit 50 testing institutions for the approval of Taiwan's Central Epidemic Command Center. The Philippine Overseas and Employment Administration, or POEA, is finalizing the country's protocol compliance. Migration expert Manny Jaslani warns of the repercussions in failing to meet the standards in Taiwan.
Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia have agreed to this kind of arrangement. And if we don't agree, then we will have no deployment. We will lose the market.
The MECO says it is in coordination with the POEA on who will pick up the additional expense for pre-departure quarantine and swab tests.
Our recommendation, which Secretary Bello also adopted, is for our Philippine recruitment agencies to bear the costs and of the RT-PCR test and the pre-deployment quarantine, so that it will no longer unduly burden our OFWs.
After Chinese New Year in February 2022, MECO is hoping Taiwan will eventually open its borders for the continuous return of thousands of migrant workers.
We're hoping na tuloy-tuloy na after that there'll be continuous acceptance already of migrant workers. MECO and the Philippine government are doing everything we can to allow the redeployment of workers, and we hope soon, especially that the rate of transmission of COVID in the Philippines has gone down. We hope that the Taiwanese government also recognizes this.
Naomi Tiburcio for The Nation.